Today's horoscope, Taurus September 25, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. A conversation can occur that clears the air or gives you a pleasant sense that you're going places. You're confident and expressive in the first half of the day. Open, forward-looking discussions or news can inspire you. Learning a new method for your art or learning something about your happiness goals or someone you love can figure strongly now. An opposition between Mercury and Neptune comes into play as the day advances, however, and it can signal a need to pull back from overthinking things. It can also confuse matters, so try not to bank on what you see today. For the best results, so your best to avoid misunderstandings and double-check your facts. It's also a good idea to seek out harmless ways to engage your imagination and need for a bit of magic or drama in your life. Since 2018, electric Uranus has been soaring through your zodiac sign. This has brought all sorts of twists and turns in your fate and definitely propelled you to speak your truth and embrace more authenticity no matter what others think. Today, Uranus will meet with our cosmic messenger across the sky and shake hands. This ensures that you, too, could have stimulating surprise encounters with romantic options out of nowhere. Whether it is bumping into someone new at the grocery store or striking up a hilarious conversation with a potential interest on a dating app, don't hold back. Do something that will shake everything up. Usually, you like to play it safe when it comes to passion projects and other creative ventures at work. However, you may feel inspired to try something radically new when Mercury in Virgo trines Uranus retrograde in your sign. Something you enjoy could become part of your work life. It is time to accept that you would feel more fulfilled if you took a risk. Consider your current ideas, pictures, and passion projects. Do something unusual with one of these ventures to see if taking a risk pays off. A deep sense of knowing pervades you, and yet you aren't going to be satisfied with this alone. Stay on top of your game with exercise and eating a light, balanced diet. Avoid eating excessive amounts of bread and other carbohydrates. Fish, salad, and legumes are good things to eat right now. Consume plenty of water and get plenty of rest. While you are enforcing this kind of discipline in your physical life, your mental and emotional life may take off. Today, the vibrations are speaking about you in only the most flattering and encouraging terms. You will be taking advantage of this to put some pressure on people you collaborate with so that you can get the best out of them. There will be some improvements in movement, and contacts will have to be made and actions taken. This whirlwind of responsibilities and initiatives will end up making you lose your head and lead you to looking for refuge in your sentimental life where life is happier and filled with tender dreams. Having the moon in your income sector when the sun returned to your work sector, just a few hours later, was advantageous yesterday and is even more beneficial today. The moon's alignment with Jupiter on the income front and its positive connection to Juno, the queen of commitment in your job sector, are not only helping kickstart the new working week but also ensuring that the sun's first full day in your income sector begins well. This situation provides an opportunity to capture and preserve the groundwork Venus has already laid for aligning income and job potential. With this task securely managed, Venus has now shifted her focus toward your relationships. As she settles into her first full day in your relationship sector and as you adjust to the first planetary activity on the relationship front this year, Venus is taking in the surroundings and especially the support from the communication gods from the start. In the final days of 2023, Venus was the last planet to leave your relationship sector, and this year she is the first to return, with a chance to give your heart the first rather than the last word. Daily Planetary Overview. Today's cosmic energy is setting the stage for unexpected revelations and breakthroughs in your conversations. With Mercury in analytical Virgo trining Uranus retrograde in Taurus, you may find yourself stumbling upon surprising information that could change your perspective. It's as though the universe is giving you an opportunity to unearth something that's been hidden for a while. Whether it's you or someone else, there's a strong desire to speak up, to share something that's been kept private or suppressed for a long time. Have you ever been in a conversation where, out of nowhere, someone drops a truth bomb that completely changes the course of the discussion? Well, today could be one of those days. There's a powerful lesson here about the value of openness and vulnerability. Sometimes, we hold things back, unsure of how others will respond, but today, the stars are aligned in a way that encourages you to open up. That secret or unspoken feeling you've been holding on to? This might just be the perfect moment to let it out. Sharing your thoughts could lead to a fascinating discovery not only about the situation at hand but about yourself and your relationships too. Have you ever found that sharing something you thought was insignificant actually brought you closer to someone? Don't shy away from these unexpected moments. What conversations have you been avoiding lately that might benefit from a little transparency? In your relationships, you might notice that your expectations are running a bit high. It's wonderful to have ambitions, but it's also important to stay realistic, especially when it comes to the people in your life. If you find that you're expecting too much from others or setting goals that feel unattainable, now is the time to take a step back and reevaluate. What does balance look like for you in your relationships? Remember, clear communication is key. If you want to avoid misunderstandings or tension, make sure your plans and expectations are known. When you align your desires with the needs of those around you, your interactions become more harmonious and fulfilling. And speaking of relationships, today is a fantastic time for connection. Your accommodating nature is shining through, and others are drawn to your easygoing and supportive energy. You're especially good at putting friends or partners at ease, even if they're feeling tense or stressed. Have you ever noticed how your calm energy can help diffuse a tense situation? Your ability to listen and offer support will go a long way today, but just be mindful not to overextend yourself. While it's great to be there for others, giving too much, especially physical assistance, could lead to burnout or even regret later on. It's all about finding that balance between helping others and taking care of yourself. On a personal level, you might find it hard to explain why you're feeling so tense or restless today. Have you ever had that jittery feeling where you know something's off but can't quite put your finger on it? That's the energy swirling around right now. The key is not to let these feelings affect your relationships or create unnecessary tension. Avoid making rash decisions or acting out of frustration. Instead, take a moment to breathe, center yourself, and think carefully about what you need to do to bring peace back into your environment. What are some of the ways you find balance and calm when life feels chaotic? Finally, when it comes to finances, today calls for caution. There's a chance you've been a bit frivolous with your spending lately, and that carefree attitude could come back to bite you. It's easy to get caught up in the moment and splurge, but when the bills start rolling in, reality sets in fast. Have you ever had that sinking feeling when you realize you've spent more than you intended? Today's energy is all about practicing damage control. You might not be able to fix everything overnight, but by being patient and mindful with your money, you'll start to see things turn around. What's one area of your financial life where you could use a little more restraint? As you move through the day, remember that even though things might feel challenging or tense at times, you have the strength and wisdom to navigate these energies with grace. The universe is inviting you to be patient, focus on what truly matters, and find joy in the connections you make along the way. How are you feeling today? What's on your mind as you tackle these cosmic challenges? Let's keep the conversation going. Share your thoughts, experiences, and insights in the comments below.